Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. From NRG Stadium in Houston. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. He sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff for Etienne. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne. And every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And some space here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's a give to Etienne. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 16. Lawrence. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And the Texans are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he is going to have a Texans first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Watson off play action. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
We're scoreless after 1. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll hand it off. It's Love. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. He didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Watson a give. This is Johnson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Johnson again. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. David Johnson. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. On play action, Lawrence. Buying time to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag. And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 42 yards on the ground for him so far. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far? I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to. And this is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 45 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Watson's throw going to be taken in by Johnson. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Agnew now to return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so. He's going to air one out. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Lawrence going to take it himself. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On second and 11 now. Lawrence. He'll get this off to ETN. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Lawrence will throw. Shart's got it left side. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Lawrence on 3rd down.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jonathan Bernard gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Switch up, switch up.
On 1st down, here's Love. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They go play action with Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson.
And the Texans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Here's Love again. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. 54. Let's go defense.
Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Completing it here to Marvin Jones. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
Flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On the counter, ETN.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
1st down and much more here for Jones. And down to the 28-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Going for it all. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark there to make the grab.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
70 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They turn to Love on the handoff. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On first down, Love. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On 2nd down, Love. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Watson. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The former Yellow Jacket Adam Gotsis, the one who got in there to make the play. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Watson to throw. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Now Watson. And this one is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Watson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Here's Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Now Watson. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Now it's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. On the return, Tremont Smith. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
He finds his man complete. That's Love. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll run on first down. It's Love, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Love, and he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 42. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. They've got the jumbo set out there. A huge play in this overtime session. It's 3rd and inches. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
On first down, Love. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a third down and 6. Big play coming up. Now it's Watson. And he'll find Hall. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
Quick throw, and that's Eskridge on the slant. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help forward.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Houston, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.